question is that Jan Logie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I would also like to add, I'll give a relatively short speech on behalf of the Green Party in support of the Royal New Zealand Foundation of the Blind Act repeal bill at the third reading. The Green Party, along with every single other member in this House, is supporting this bill because it makes sense and it is not a complicated piece of legislation. What it does, as has already been mentioned, is remove a piece of legislation off our statute books because it's no longer needed. When the Royal New Zealand Foundation of the Blind changed their name in 2002 from the Royal Foundation for the Blind, in that new act was a provision that if they established themselves as an incorporated society, they would be able to take their act off the statute books. And it's come time, and they've chosen to do that for two key reasons. One, to emphasise the Foundation's status as completely independent from Parliament, and also just to avoid any confusion that might arise from the statute remaining on the books. So it's a very sensible thing. We absolutely, in the Green Party, want to acknowledge the work of the Royal Foundation, their very, very long history and their leadership across disability communities of people, and also acknowledging again the difference or the reflection and change of social values that happened and that changing of the name from for the blind to of the blind, which really clarified their status as an organisation controlled mainly by and for people who are blind or vision impaired. And that reflects a shift away from seeing people with disabilities as objects of charity to people with inherent capacity, the same as anybody else, able to act for themselves when provided with the right supports by society, like any of us. So that is a philosophy that we certainly buy into, and it's nice to see that rounded off in this piece of legislation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Jackie Dean.